And hello, welcome back to my third attempt at this game. My microphone wasn't working in there. Welcome to Shadowrun Dragonfall. Last round we went through the lab of Harfield Manor. Now we're heading to, where are we going? Panacea. The sound of machinery fades behind you. Venture for the underground. This facility is clearly well financed. Years to design, excavate, and build a complex like this in secrecy. Teams through dimly lit halls finally step into what appears to be another laboratory area. Corridor before you is deserted. Dr. Adrian Valkyr is someone within the facility. With them, the answers you seek. Okay, let's... The man behind the glass works furiously at his console. Glancing up, you can see cigarette dangles from his mouth. There's bluish smoke curling around his head. My ashtray sits in the lab table in front of him. Kind, but his features are still instantly recognizable. Despite his age, he still has a strong chin and a high cheekbone I remember from Green Winter's DVD. This, Dr. Adrian Valkyr. Approach him, he stops what he's doing, and looks like intense irritation on his face. His throat and a harsh rasping sound emerged from the loudspeaker next to the glass. So, where are the Shadowrunners that Aldrin warned me about? I assume you've left a trail of corpses in your wake? You must be Dr. Valkyr, right? I use this on interfering with my work, but I assure you, it's over now. The blast door behind you is sealed, and the laboratory you occupy is secured. For precaution, keep our test subjects in there. They're far more dangerous than you. I want you to cause any further harm, Shadowrunner. You're trapped where you are for your own good. I'm coming to your little fishbowl and play. I'm here. Thank you. Now, why in hell you violently interject yourself into my business? First, you break into my estate, you even know was mine, apparently. Spend what must have been a small fortune to track me down. Look at my AI, destroy it, and drive all the way out to the countryside and finally shoot away into my laboratory. I have to ask you, Sharon, who are you? Why in God's name are you here? Vengeance. Someone killed our friends. Attacked our home. Thinking that someone was you. Covered his face, pale, nicotine stained hands groans. Yes, that was me. Sent Apex and Aldrin after you. Pay for that, you bastard. Attack Cruise Bazaar Valkyr. I killed Paul Amsel. It was necessary to preserve the secrecy of my work for the greater good of all. I've wronged you, for this I am sorry. Dies a long, rattling sigh that quickly turns into a violent fit of coughing. Sound echoes over the last loudspeaker. I expect you understand, nor do I have time to explain it to you. I must know. How did you learn that I was still alive? How did you even know where to look for me? Someone send you? Antiquated DVD storage device, a bunch of talk about the Dragonfall, and the bloody corpse of a guy named Green Winters. You knew him? Starts and sudden movement arm sends overflow ashtray, table, and cloud of ash. Bloody corpses? What do you mean? Where's Hermie? Explain yourself. Alright, Doc. Digging too deeply into a fierce wing, so Apex killed him. In the chair next to him, whole body shaking. I didn't. I overcome by another fit of coughing, he stood himself in one arm of the chair. Apex! Never trusted that thing. For me, that sacrifice. All for this, all for Panacea. Tonight. Panacea, modified virus. Tonight, Doctor. Are you playing with Panacea? Yes? No doubt then. Seems my life works. permanent solution to an age-old problem. In the end of dragons, not just fierce wing, all dragons. It's great. Just get it straight. You had a bad experience with one dragon, so now you're gonna wipe out an entire species? Walker fumbles in his pocket, produces a fresh cigarette. He lights it with hands shaking, breathing deeply. Orange glow cigarette flares bright. Exhales, the word spills out with smoke. Firewing burned and murdered and caused untold damage in her bestial rage. The Dragonfall, until I stopped her. Destruction was merely a symptom of a greater cancer. Fiercewing wrought destruction with fire and claw. Dragons of today, Belfier, Zan, Steladir, kill and conquer with subtler tools, deception, manipulation, corruption. Pawns, playing pieces, puppets in millennia-long machinations. Oh yes, dragons are a cancer that will conquer, or worse, destroy all of humanity. If we do not stop it, metasize when the world awakened. Like metaphor, since falling in my own body. In my own body, help me see it. I guess, cancer. Issue, if I guess, I'd say leukemia. And violent coughing, allowing to subside, takes another long drag of a cigarette. Ash creeper closer towards his mouth. That's correct. Cancer of the suffer cancer of the blood. About the radiation of the SOX, no doubt. When I heard doctor's diagnosis, I realized what I had to do. Life work would be time I had left. Alright, Hermie, maybe you'll see for yourself. Sorry I failed you. I'll raise my panacea to the world. Serve the instruments of dragonkind's destruction. By the terminal, a large observation window at the far end of the room has risen slowly. Carried by Fierce Wing herself. Oh? Okay. As you see a prostrate form of a dragon far below. Formless set of shackles bind it. Maze of tubes sneaks near the body. Tubes connect to a cruel-looking apparatus mounted to the wall. Look at that. They're alive in the SOX after all. Tonight, the firewing fly again. Panacea should slowly be destroyed from within. But that happens should provide the catalyst for the global transmission of the virus. Catalyst with catalyst. Fiercewing's fire will carry the engine of his dormant state. Any metahumans exposed will become carriers. Spread the disease to other dragons. The carriers will be infected with Panacea as well, but will not harm them. To non-dragons, it is a nuisance. Nothing more. Critical mass of carriers is achieved. Panacea will become unstoppable, spread across the globe in a relentless tide. However, if it does not reach this critical mass, it will fizzle, die out, become inert. Hence the need for a ground zero, a flashpoint for a mass infection event. Oh, sorry, Hermie, you left your flux state. It doesn't matter now. Must be Berlin. Well, looks like you're going to do to Berlin. In the world, for Panacea to work, Berlin must burn. Sacrifice, one for the greater good. Turn infected fire upon Berlin. Down will die. Due to that destruction, the virus will take to the air. The critical mass of Berlin's metahuman population will be exposed. Don't think to quarantine the city until it's too late. The Flux State lacks any centralized authority. Operation will evacuate their own. Thousands will flee the city. Infected. Yes, Army. Berlin's a perfect flashpoint. Wasn't even supposed to happen tonight. No. Well, intervention of yours leaves us no choice. Let's see. Tonight's wind patterns dictate the ground zero, the Tempelhof, Jungenberg. Populated, virus spread quickly enough from there. It's only a few kilometers from the cruise bazaar. If I kill you there, I'm going to enjoy it. Now that's not gonna happen. Steal time in that laboratory. But it to stop me. My eyes cigarette butt in hand, fish out another pack and light first. Then return to his console, reaching the side of the microphone. Then receiver. Check out sound name Aldrin. You'll be here soon. And they'll take care of you. Do not worry, you will not be harmed. The sacrifice I am making tonight is a necessary evil. It cannot be helped. Remain confined. No reason to kill you. So you can agree with him actually. I saved. Yeah, I did, because this wasn't too far. I decided, Doctor. I think I agree with you. Tell me why the sudden change of heart. Everything you said about dragons doing, why they need to be stopped. Have room for me in your organization? I want in. What? Officer, why must take with a grain of salt? Stop me, after all. After you. No weapons. Comfortable. Right where we are until the dragon been released. I'm gonna watch you for the duration. This? Charity? Then we can talk. Otherwise, this conversation is over. Think of doing this after we did to Monica and to Paul and everyone else who died in the Cruiser, after what we've been through together. Get step boss and put you down like a rabid dog. My warning I'm gonna give you. I do want to see what happens. I want you staying down. I want to fight you. Walker's right. You weren't, but he is. Can you see it? This plan of this doesn't happen tonight. All the sacrifice, Paul's death, Monica's death, would have been in vain. Anything to say? Goodbye, knife. Can you do this, boss? I will go back and finish this game properly later, but I do want to see this ending. Should have lost 3 AP points from this. From that. There we go. Anything else? Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Aldrin, there is some unexpected developments in your absence. Doc, we're breaking up the dragon's physical form. Process requires some care. Ready for you down there, by the way. Ready? You should see to it. I will. For his friend here, let's tell that. Good job catching the bastard, Doc. Here one for you, same way I did his old fixer. Well, Minister Aldrin, I guess has agreed to the truce. Attempt to stop us from doing what must be done. Say so, Doc. A little accident there? Looks messy. Disagreement with the group. Settled now, yes? Yes. Settled. Good. Prefer guess, if you will. Begin the panacea infusion process. Aldrin, see that I stay here is comfortable. No mistreatment. Understood, Dr. Vauclair? My choice, Shadowrunner. On your hands for the next few hours, and I'll promise you. Next time you set foot out of this lab, the world will be a different place. Now we get to see the evil ending, I think. I'm gonna trust you, but I don't. I'm gonna sit there, I can see you. I ain't gonna move until Berlin burns to the ground. Killed my own teammates if I weren't sincere about this? See? Be that nuts. Some guys who were. Like, in the meantime, sit here and wait for Volker to release the dragon. I haven't stared for a long time. Finally he shrugs. Alright, so you're gonna stand down and let the doctor do his thing? Fine. Sit there then. Do some moves and don't start pushing buttons. It'll take long now. Doc's probably pumping the dragon full of live virus. There and see what happens. On the air, the old van rattles over the uneven terrain as you make your way back to the Harfield Manor. While clear message you shores was cryptic. Urgent. Come back to the lab. Your assistance needed. Ever since Volker released his panacea, the world's gone through a lot of changes. The balance of power shifted from one megacorp to another. Market shares has risen and fallen. Worldwide effort to find a cure for the worm flu continues. The dragons are dead. Volker's work was around insects, but over the past few months, strange things have been happening. An unexplained magical phenomenon. Emergence of a strange new creature. Disasters, both natural and man-made. Ran rolls to a halt. Explain what's happening to the world while Clark can. Time to go and find them. It's thick in here, musty, the glare of dust marred by the occasional handprint coat every visible surface. While Clara sent you, it feels like your hand up ahead, you see a soft glow of a functioning terminal. Active. Keycard reader set to his base. Very simple thing, only 2 items to choose from. Folder marked Victory Report. Fiercewing. Great Dragon Fiercewing, believed dead since 2012, returns tonight, launched a surprise attack on the city of Berlin. Awful, said Jenny Actor, survived the attack, shoot down on us, crashing the building and vomiting flames. I was sure to die, but a strange looking elf used his magic to save me. Then learned his name, she continued. He was made from harm, and then he was consumed by the flames. His companion, pale elvish woman, went mad. Or anything after that. More sentiment has been pouring in from Victor City. 10,000 men confirmed dead, 10,000 men wounded all across Berlin. Fire rages of magnitude that has not been seen since the Second World War. Dragon attack was brought to an end 2 hours after it began by a wing of Satyr Group attack crafts. Fighters were armed with experimental Gauss cannons to quote a Satyr Group spokesman. They tore through armor like tinfoil. Trained in 2012, spokesman conventional weapon technology is more capable of bringing down a dragon these days. One of the Jerusalem's fire wing. Then, the fight was not one-sided. Lost their whole craft and pursuit of Fiercewing, costing several hundred million new yen. By Satyr Group's victory of the dragon, today remains a day of mourning across Germany. The free city of Berlin lies in ruin. Sent to the torch by a monster the world thought dead. Your efforts. The global pandemic of the CSMDS, colloquially known as the worm flu, enters its 3rd month today. Time, the overwhelming majority of the world's population may be affected with the disease, and near 3/4 of the world's dragon population is succumbed to the illness. The metahumans dodged a bullet this time, said Oscar, Senior Vice President of AG Chemi Europa. Dragons were so lucky. Let's find a cure. Not sure we're close enough to save them. It is good for us. Of course, tragic, so many dragons are dying. Morbidity, first opportunity we've had. Watch a slate wiper virus work against an intelligent population. Learn a lot by studying CSMDS, and hopefully the knowledge will help us voice up for any similar fate. Dr. Christine Martin, Director of Research at Universal Omnitech, took a more cautionary view of CSMDS epidemic. The disease, or a strain of it, could still do to us what it did to the dragon, so it's imperative we find a cure quickly. Thankfully, we're getting close to doing just that. Standard Zeta Interfon treatments have proven ineffective. We've been working around the clock to gene our variant of the Z infector on that combat the disease. Asked Martin when the Universal Omnitech cure is expected to be ready to deployment. Can't give you a definite timeline, but I can say that we'll be ready to move on real soon. Keep you posted, she added. Mystery illness. World Health Organization just released a statement about new mystery illnesses we include. Oh, I think this was supposed to be before. I accidentally skipped this one. The virus been given temporary designation of CSMDS, short for cross-species muscular decay syndrome. Virus is both extremely infectious and symptomatic in metahumans, which is able to spread across the globe without being detected. Our dangers to draconic life form. Along the WHO's press release, the group has revealed the Great Dragon Lufir is currently battling the disease. WHO has traced the point of CSMDS to Berlin. Disaster conditions still plague the city months after Fiercewing's second rampage might have contributed to this rapid spread of the CSMDS, a WHO spokesperson told us. The city still lacks basic sanitation service and clean water is difficult to come by. Berlin has repeatedly shown itself to be ideal breeding ground for diseases. WHO has urged international communities to exercise continued vigilance to battling disease. All appropriate precaution must be observed when dealing with CSMDS. The president release reads, while CSMDS does not appear to be dangerous to metahumans, it does incorporate both magical and radiological elements, and this alone is reason enough to treat as a potential threat. Dragon is extinct. Dragon Hetsubi, last known dragon Earth, has died. Known for her 2053 intervention of Tier 10 years assault on the California Free State. Stating the conflict, she claimed that Shasta Dam, a 40-mile area surrounding it, as her lair. Her is the most popular great dragon, second only to the late Zahn and public opinion, a champion of many human rights causes and aid organizations around the world, declared today day of mourning. You are the most immaculate creatures to ever live. You see it as President Thomas Steele said in a prepared statement, saying the great dragons of the world should be memorialized in her image. In post-Dragon World, SK power struggle concludes prosperity increases. Most holy contested position to be vacated and the worm flu outbreaks been filled. Lama Graf Menont, a former Seder Group CEO who was deposed in the Great Dragon Affairs hostile takeover 2036, reclaimed her former position at the head corporate giant. Because of tragedy, we will stand strong. The dragons may have succumbed to DSMDS, but we, the survivors, will not succumb to despair. Pick up the torch at low for your job, and with it, I will carry Seder Group forward to new heights. Today, both for me personally and for the SK as a corporate entity, because at long last, I finally come home. Well, nearly 3 months after the death of the last dragon, global prosperity continues to rise. The market has stabilized, and the power vacuum has been filled. While the vast majority of draconic wealth has been absorbed in the coffers of various megacorps, and as it fills back in the market to revitalize the global economy. Although it's sounding excessive, the feeling of most big money movers seem to be good riddance. The great dragons are huge drains on the economics of every country they settled in. Death of intelligent species is, of course, a terrible thing. Himself was a fan of worm talk, he adds, with economics. Perspective, all things being equal, the extinction of the great dragon was a huge stroke of luck. While reeling from what happened, I'm also getting richer. Time for 7 decades, and he was looking up for us meta-humanity as a whole. And that is a good thing. Lab doors. Oh, no, he's down here. There, he looks from the computer, cigarette dangling from his lip. Shriveled and frail, shrunk into a skull and liver spots dot super thin skin. His legs are shaking, looks like it's a miracle staying upright at all. Knife? Coming. Message, you say you want to talk? Say the world is before, at least he didn't stand in my way. My work, Dragon's dead. World is still in trouble, still saving. Happy on there, Volclair? Explanation? Finishing? No. You have thoughts on the matter? Many terrible things have happened in the past few months. I do not believe them to be coincidence. Unless they're connected somehow, I'm sure of it. You ask me here. Your health, knife. Alive, but only barely. Strength too much by or and Aldrin can't handle this task on his own. Task, tell me what you need. Eat, help me set things right. Help me save the world once again. My body may be feeling, but I still have my mind. Find a way out of this. Be a solution. What do you need me to do? Thank you. So where do you want to come? Wouldn't be willing once I got here. I should trust you, my friend. You go speed. Terminals, information terminals are at the lab. There, I've locked them for you. Come out. And finish, come back to me so we might discuss. I'm on it. Nations. Running the Elvish nation of Tyr, Terran, and Tyr Nog went dark, sending the boards and serving all communication with neighboring states. Moment caught from Free State and the BCS have begun strengthening their own borders with Tyr Channel. They're hunkering down military analysis, preparing themselves for defensive war. These are a couple of reasons. One, with no recent actual hostility between the Tyr nation's immediate neighbors, and two, Tyr nations are located in different continents from one another. Part of a global conflict, I can't see what be threatening both Tyr Nog and Tyr Terran. Council Princes know something that the rest of us don't. So the thinking is making a lot of people nervous. Rift. Back with more detail in Dragonfall in Australia. Rising Noon owned Taylor Nguyen is live in the scene in Paramount. More breaking story. Taylor, right with this. Our Asian newscaster stands just seeing carnage, clutching a masculine silk work overalls, and behind her, blinking against the glare of the noonday sun. Yes, John, I'm here. What's happening out there? Well, mess out here, John. I'm seeing a tragic situation. Refresh for your home. Permanent man-storm around the city of Sydney. Not a storm, right? Most people is basically harmless. That's right, John. Well, that man-storm exploded this morning. New phenomenon that experts call it Mana Rift. Come on, as close to Sydney as you get. Security cord and place to keep traffic away. Being told that it's just not safe to venture any nearer. Really keeping a distance together. Here's some frightening thing about the rift. Statement from renowned Hermetic theorist Elizabeth Alder. Read to you now. It's a newly formed rift, again, in the words of Dr. Alder. She drags Sydney off our plane of existence into another. Say that city and all its people might still be there, somewhere, but no longer on this earth, as we know it. Now here too, John, entire city of Sydney, everyone are just gone. Place, a swirling ball of vibrant colors stretches 100 meters in the sky. Never to go higher, haywire for pulling them and drag the rifts, can't show you. Wait for me, but spectacular and terrifying. Not scary, Taylor. It stops from some Jeremy officials here doing what they can to try and help. Tell your name, what you're doing here in Paramount today. Yeah, my name is Leah Foster, I'm just a local mechanic, especially now. What's happening? I thought I should do something. So I organized a grassroots search and rescue effort. We can't help these people. How have you been trying to help the city of Sydney? Been doing so far? Well, we've got some aid stations set for anyone who comes back through a rift. Comes back through, got food, water, blankets, that kind of thing. And then a few drones, but I lost contact with them as soon as they went in. Hey, have you done anything else? Yeah, we sent some volunteers, brave chaps, you know. Running the rift itself, carrying food and water, and throwing a rope line. Cousin went in there. Ain't gonna come back yet, but there's still hope. News, Taylor. We'll be waiting for those brave volunteers to come back home. Thanks, John. Yeah, thanks. Our senior rift comes in, a location from our own Taylor. Containment. CS federal government declared a quarantine area between Lake Michigan and Dust Planet River Day. Quarantine area dubbed the Chicago's containment zone has been contained a new strain of virus. Virus-induced toxic allergy, or viral-induced toxic allergy syndrome, or VITUS, is both extremely infectious and highly lethal. To previous outbreak of the disease, killed billions, reducing the world's population by over a quarter. What? And a worm flu in the recent extinction of the dragons, announcement of a new strain of VITUS causes considerable panic through UCAS. Local news sources from towns Chicago have offered conflicting reports about CZ and to be contained. According to the dissenting voices, the true danger of Chicago comes from probably the form of a swarm of giant man-eating cockroaches. Of course, not a hoax, the creatures have cut a bloody swath across every town they appeared in. Love and excess out of Chicago, no signs slowing down. Context within UCS government comment this allegation. Time to report they have not returned our calls. Warning, near 7 days after its construction, the UCS federal government has officially abandoned the Chicago containment zone. Being the CZ has not performed its expectation, President Thomas Steele has appealed assistance of corporate interests to stem the tide of monstrous infection insects flowing out of Chicago. A spoiler from Ares Macro Technology has leaked information corporation is planning to bomb Chicago. Actually, been deemed acceptable losses by companies, think tanks. Government has already signed off on the plan. These allegations, protesters and supporters of the plan have clashed in bloody violence across the UCS. Spokesman of the UCS government and Ares Macro Technology has derided these allegations as patently false, urged UCS to remain calm as they work together to engineer a solution to the Chicago crisis. Massive nuclear strike launched early this morning has wiped out Chicago off the map. The news in the wreckage, a city of over 4 million people and reduced to ash. Spokesman announced that, while regrettable, supporting actions were necessary, Chicago Hive posed an insurmountable threat to the safety and security of the UCS as a whole, and with the of CZ, the strike was deemed to be the most viable option. Reports of insect-based activity in surrounding municipal counties continue flowing. I remember a small hive forming in Aurora, Arlington Heights, and Maryville. ISO reports insect spirits active been reported far north of Milwaukee. I'm baffled by insect spirits activity such exponential growth in such a short period of time. I'm advancing, involving everything from climate change to last year's worm flu outbreak. No clear consensus in writing of this article. Here. Busy. How long have you in here for? I'll be reverse what is happening in the world. Please, can we get back to work? Background count. Dr. Jake Hansen, the world's foremost expert in mana dynamics. Taking breaks from the research travel to my lab. He spent better day part of the day pouring over reams of data the team collected. Me and I, and his normally jovial expression turned grim. Trouble is, he says, some correlation occurred I already know. Still, I wince. He finds something proving wrong. Trouble first introduced a piece of metamagic to my knowledge to you, background count. In hermetic theory circles, the term background count refers to the intensity of magical saturation and location. Reading of 0 is neutral, the amount of constant mana and location increases, the scale goes up. Freak mana storms, the highest background count ever recorded, come in places like Hiroshima and Auschwitz, have been holding steady rates of 5 for as long as it's been measured. Conventional wisdom have always been that extraordinary circumstances create strong background counts. Great physical or emotional turmoil, be they positive or negative, can warp the magical environment of a place and cause a background count to rise. Recent months, last recording disturbing trend, a steady global increase in the world's background count. Every location we measured from Germany to the Antarctic. Neutral not carry measurable background count of 1.2. High locations like Hiroshima and Auschwitz exploded to full-fledged mana storms. In fact, trouble we're all in. Though that term might be underselling a bit, deep shit is probably closer to the mark. While background count rises, the less predictive magic will behave. Spells and rituals we rely on are already beginning to fail us. If we do nothing, it is conceivable. Improbable, magic will become too dangerous to use within our lifetime. Magic will trying to become impossible for us to solve the problem. After word about this, Liz, he tells me, I'll back you. Community needs to know. Of course, we as a community need to pool our resources to find a way to reverse this trend, do it quickly. I think we find ourselves outpaced by rapidly changing magical environments, unable to adapt to the world as it changes around us. Trouble indeed. East smile was no warmth in his eyes. Troubling news out Geneva today. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime released an annual report on national violent crimes. Finding violent crimes across has nearly doubled since September of 2054. Violence has been steady across the board, doesn't matter where you go. The murder rates there are climbing. Even historically low crime countries such as Monaco and Liechtenstein has been impacted by this pandemic of the violence that respects no borders. Now, the report doesn't speculate as to why the world has become more violent past year, but on popular Matrix sites appears to be running wild. Right, John, according to one user, he went by the name Rolling Thunder, attacks are being caused by alien rays. Driving us crazy, he wrote, getting us to kill each other before they invade. Another poster chose to remain anonymous and said that magic was the culprit. Time something crazy happened in the world, magic is to blame. Cause trend doesn't appear to be slowing down. Just a morning mass shooting in CES, state of Arkansas has left 22 dead and another 15 wounded. More story when we come back. Zoological threats. Standing laboratory, Dr. Jacob, head zoologist, Institute of Primate Research in Karen, Kenya. Strapped to a reinforced academic table is a creature unlike anything I've ever seen. Approximately the size and shape of a gibbon. Has 6 mouths, arranged in a ring like a pale, grub-like head. It's disgusting. Dr. Okay, he's my reaction he laughs. What you see now is nothing, he tells me. When I was alive, it killed 6 men, ripped their face and genitals off 2, and bathed the other floor in some form of caustic fluid, all the while it was laughing. Laughing? I asked, like a human laughing? No. It was laughing like a man. You must see my brow furrowed, continues on. A hostile animal, Dr. Alder. It acted with purpose when it killed those men. Only surviving witness tells me that it grew fat on their screams. Sure enough, the creature's belly does look distended. Dead doesn't stop me from edging away. When it goes to tell me that many similar creatures have been captured throughout the jungles of Naraboe. Okay, like things with bizarre mutations and vicious temperaments. But each has been different enough, to defy classification. It has a cluster of eyes and an extra set of legs. That has a coat of quills, the rasping mouth of lamprey. Murders magic some 40 years ago, but a new wrinkle in biological field work. Okay, it tells me species being discovered all the time, but this is something different. Creatures have been popping up recently. Also have a meaningful system classification, and what's more, I've conducted enough analysis on them to know that they do not belong here. For some clarification points, what I mean is to tell you that their internal anatomy is all wrong. It makes sense. These creatures could not exist were it not for magic. And 6 months ago, I told you they could not exist at all. Story the same all across the globe. Strange creatures mirror shapes and descriptions appearing out of nowhere, acting with intelligence and malice, killing for the pleasure of it. Magical research due Dr. observation, and suddenly a picture begins to emerge. For the last edition of SMQ, magical background count of world was rising. More mana saturated the environment, the more of these strange creatures we see. The thing is, where they are, multiplying, and they are getting bigger. The community failed to find a solution to the problem, but much more bigger things were about than ability to practice magic. The ecosystem of the planet is changing around us. One way flow of mana into our world is making Earth less and less suitable for human habitation, more and more suitable for the horrors that are invading our world. Like it's taking people, we're out of time. Hey! Nope, I didn't want to click that. I don't think there's anything else for me to view. All clear. Train terminals, and what we did last year, everything is going to shit. Correlation with causation, knife, child's mistake, motive. They do not help by lying feelings of guilt or death of your friends. Great main track events have inspired the past year, yes, but it's been on our actions. That was straight up evidence, both narcissistic and really ridiculous. In the game knife, dropping the ocean was going on. Say so. Do what I think is happening, and what I think we must do. Looking at natural or paranatural catastrophes, something has thrown off the balance between magic and reality. Magical background count of the world is rising, and Earth is becoming more mana-rich. We're seeing increasing devastating results. Paranatural disaster, the minor rift consumed Sydney, Washburn madness, most terribly, the appearance of dangerous new paranormal life forms. Murders that couldn't survive in mana-born environments flooding our world, and as mana rise, larger and more dangerous things are appearing. Well, the problem, we need a way to plug the leak. More immediate concern. Creatures that are invading our world are growing larger and larger, and more dangerous at a rate. Alright, must we combat these things? Then we tackle the long-term challenge of staunching the tide of mana flowing the world. Best option. Put them in dense but hurt them, I'm afraid. Conventional weapons haven't done much to hurt them, I'm afraid. Small ones have shown extraordinary resilience to physical damage, and big ones have been popping up are dying unkillable. Amiibo thing with many tongues terrorizing the skies above. But when those eras, they destroyed half the city, trying to bring it down. Bad business. Might work better, but as the global background count rises, it becomes less and less reliable as a solution. Find something else. Find it fast. Control could work, perhaps a natural enemy found by these things, or at the very least buy some time. Capable of killing one of the things would be dangerous to us, wouldn't it? Yes, there's that. We need something powerful enough to keep these things at bay, intelligent enough to be capable of reason. Dragon? Yes. God, we did this. I did this. Okay, Doc? Telling dragons must have thrown the world out of balance somehow. But how? How was I to know this? No sign, no indication. There was nothing. What I did was right. look that way to me, Doctor. I was right, wasn't it? I acted out considering all the variables. Didn't even consider that such a variable could exist. I was blind. Cool. Your fault, Volker. Didn't know this could happen. You couldn't have known. No. Not this precisely. I rolled the dice with fancy. I knew there was risk. Be prepared to accept the consequences and deal with them, and so I do. As you're working with your knife, so I ask you to come up for nothing. Turn away, please. The old man finger strokes the trigger. For a moment, nothing but a split second. Read the fear and sorrow on Volker's face. Time seems slow. Once it speeds up again, Dr. Adrian Volker crumbles to the floor. Unlock the door. Figure Aldrin, harder armor is bit massive. Remember him. Low voice rumbles out. He doesn't turn away from the window. Zip. It's a magic happen. Thicker now the dragon's gone. Knife. That's what I heard. The dog? Yep. Oh, here's to you, Doc. Brought my own. Really? You save for the occasion? Well, zero poison. Raises his green bottle to his own lips and takes a long drink. He holds the bottle to the light. I don't think that's supposed to be that color. Gazing out of the glass, the bronze liquor inside, a wistful expression crosses his face. Where do you think you might choose to go out? Gotta hang the old man. We did it. World. Not for the better. Better or worse, who cares? The world's going to hell anyway. Doc's by things that will is all. Life made life more interesting for you and me. We're gonna live the long seat. The end if we hadn't. Is that what this is about for you? Wanted something like this to happen? Why wouldn't I? Never done shit for me. Everything I am, I take for myself. So say fuck the world. Watch him die. Fair enough. Of course, I prefer you can always follow Doc's example, take the coward way out. They're gonna fight for you. Get ugly next 4 years. Oh, I'm not running from this. I'll see you at the end, just like you will. My spirit. Drink up and don't be bashful. Gotta crave this stuff. Drink to that. My mouth is syrup layer. The mod leaves a trail of warmth behind it, slips down your throat and into your gut. Holding a bottle by the neck is during the future that stand in place that gave birth to the end of the world. Time stretches, but that's alright. You do anyway. About time. All the time in the world. And we got about it. By the year 2065, many humanity reduced to endangered species. Building sewers, subway tunnels, and underground bunkers, desperate clusters of survivors fight with one another over dwindling supplies of food and water. While six learn to carry out their own conflicts silently, always can attract predators now dominate our surface. Draw attention to horror is to invite hideous death. Surface the horrors congregate in rolling swarms. They slither, scuttle, and crawl over the bones of many human civilizations, hunting packs and investigating anything with a heartbeat. Monstrous, it can't possibly in the sky above the ruins of the world. Great cities cast their shadows that stretch a mile across. God, like the Leviathan, gorged himself under the residual misery of the long dead. But surely pick up the carcass of many times, rank and clean. Hope is a thing of the past. Many of which she's down. Scourge that replaced it has just begun. And that's the evil ending. I will be going back and doing the slightly better ending next time around on Shadowrun Dragonfall. See you all then. Take care. Goodbye.